In the early 20th century, the small island of Key West, Florida, became the stage for one of the most bizarre and chilling stories in American history. It involved an obsessive man and his undying love for one woman. This is the tale of Carl Tanzler, also known as Carl von Cosel, and his morbid obsession with a young Cuban-American woman named Elena Helen Milagro de Hoyos. Carl Tanzler was born in Germany in 1877, but he would later adopt the name Carl Tanzler von Cosel. In 1926, he arrived in Key West, Florida, where he found work as a radiology technologist at the Marine Hospital Service. It was there in 1930 that he first laid eyes on the woman who would consume his thoughts and actions in the years to come. Elena Hoyos, a beautiful and once lively 21-year-old woman, was brought to the hospital by her family. She was suffering from tuberculosis, a very deadly disease at the time. Tanzler, upon meeting her, became infatuated. He believed she was the woman of his dreams, literally, having had visions of a dark-haired beauty since his youth. Tanzler professed his love to Elena and, despite lacking formal medical training, tried to cure her with various methods, including X-ray and electrical treatments. Despite Tanzler's obsessive efforts, Elena Hoyos succumbed to her illness on October 25, 1931. Heartbroken but undeterred, Tanzler paid for her funeral and commissioned the construction of a grand mausoleum in Key West Cemetery. However, his obsession with Elena did not end with her death. Nearly 2 years later, Tanzler did the unthinkable. Under the cover of night, he removed Elena's body from the mausoleum and took her to his home. He claimed that Elena's spirit visited him, begging him to free her from her tomb. Once at home, Tanzler began the macabre task of preserving her decaying body. Using wire hangers to hold her bones together, glass eyes to replace her decomposed ones, and wax and plaster to maintain her skin's shape, Tanzler painstakingly attempted to restore Elena's corpse. He even used perfumes and disinfectants to mask the smell of decomposition. For 7 years, Tanzler lived with Elena's corpse, treating it as if she was still alive. He dressed her, talked to her, and even slept beside her. It wasn't until 1940 that the ghastly truth came to light. Elena's sister, Florinda, grew suspicious and alerted the authorities. When the police arrived at Tanzler's home, they made a horrifying discovery. Elena's preserved body, grotesquely altered but still identifiable, lay in Tanzler's bed. Tanzler was arrested and charged with wantonly and maliciously destroying a grave and removing a body without authorization. However, due to the statute of limitations, he was not prosecuted for his ghoulish acts. The public reaction was a mix of horror and a strange fascination. Some were even sympathetic, viewing Tanzler's actions as a tragic, albeit twisted, form of undying love. After his release, Tanzler moved to Pasco County, Florida, where he lived in relative obscurity. He continued to write about Elena and even created a death mask in her likeness. Carl Tanzler died in 1952, but his story has lived on, a haunting reminder of the extremes to which obsession can drive a man. The tale of Carl von Cosel remains one of the most macabre episodes in American history, a grim testament to the dark side of human obsession.